Thank you.
So my next guest is not only taking part in today's Vote-A-Rama, but he's also spent about 25 years as a physician in Kansas. He calls Medicaid the most broken program in the country. Kansas Republican Senator Roger Marshall joins us now. Senator, thanks so much for joining the program.
Lawrence, it's great to be with you, and we just got to get this bill across the board here. This is the starting of a new golden era for Americans. This is President Trump's agenda being laid out. This is going to fund President Trump's agenda. If you supported President Trump, you should support this bill. It's going to secure the border. It's going to lower your taxes by $1,000 a month. We all need to rally behind it.
Yeah, so Senator, you guys made a lot of promises. This is the president's essential, entire agenda in this one bill. There were some concerning things that took place on the floor on Sunday night. I want to play a soundbite from your colleague, and he said that the president was misinformed. Someone was lying to the president about what was happening with our health care. Let's watch it.
I'm telling the president that you have been misinformed. You supporting the Senate mark will hurt people who are eligible and qualified for Medicaid.
Well, I know you're a physician and you take this personally. I'm not asking you to attack your colleague, but is he right about this or wrong?
Well, I disagree with him, respectfully disagree. This bill is going to strengthen Medicaid. We're going to strengthen it for those who need it the most. We protect it for seniors in nursing home, people on disabilities, pregnant women, those types of folks. So we protect it for them. And then for rural America, we're going to have a special stabilization fund as well. There's going to be work requirements. So as long as you're willing to work 20 hours a week, and by the way, there's people back home harvesting wheat today that are working 20 hours a day. So if you lose Medicaid, it's on you. But we want to help people get jobs. I think this will strengthen Medicaid. I think overall, this is a step back in the right direction to make America healthy again.
Senator, I think when it comes to some of the reforms, and many conservatives like myself, we want to take care of people that can't work for themselves, especially our elderly folks as well. But it seems like there's a lot of people that are on the program that shouldn't be on the program. Many would say that the math just isn't adding up. I want to play what one of your other colleagues said about this program. Let's watch it.
There's 35 million people under the poverty line inside the United States, and there's 70 million people that are signed up for Medicaid. Where you're going to tell me that there's not room to cut fraud, waste, and abuse in the program? What is so hard about having a work requirement there with someone that has no medical condition and no dependents? We don't pay people in this country to be lazy.
Yeah. I think the senator has a point. If you have 30 million Americans that are below the poverty line, and then you got 70 million that are on the program, you guys should be able to cut a lot of waste in this, but it seems like there's been some, even Republicans, that are resistant to do that. Why?
Yeah, a couple points I just have to make, Lawrence. Number one is there's 7 million healthy American men out there, working age, that are not working. I'd love to help them find a job. Second point is this. We're actually increasing funding for Medicaid. We're increasing funding for Medicaid higher than the rate of inflation. We're going to increase it to the tune of $200 billion a year when this is all said and done. So when they talk about people not being on Medicaid anymore, half of those people are on it because of fraud or some type of abuse of the system. The other half is because they're unwilling to work 20 hours a week. And you can volunteer. You can go to school. We want to help you find a job. A job brings dignity. It brings purpose. We're all about people finding a great way to live that American dream that President Trump talks about.
Yeah, well, my mom and dad, they preach religiously in our household. A man that doesn't work doesn't eat, Senator. And I think there's a lot of Americans out there that came from that same school of thought. Senator Marshall, thanks so much for joining the program.